Hey, this is Steve Galindo, and it's been a little while since I made one of these videos, but I wanted to make one for you because I've got something that I wanted to share with you. And a lot of times we tell people, if you got a need in your life, pray. If you need to talk to God about something, pray. If you don't understand what's going on, pray. And we believe God hears our prayers, and we believe God answers our prayers. And sometimes he explains why things are happening the way they're happening, and sometimes he doesn't. He doesn't always give us a reason one way or the other. And so, what I wanted to encourage you to do is that there's a scripture where Paul said, "We walk by faith and not by sight." In other words, we live our lives in the kingdom according to what we believe is true, not necessarily what we see or what we hear or what we think or what we feel, but what does the Word say? What does Scripture say? What do I hear the Lord saying to me by His Spirit? And sometimes He will explain things to you, sometimes He doesn't, but regardless of whether He does or not, we continue to trust Him and believe that He knows what's best for our lives. Right now, I'm in the process of going through a situation where I've been seeking God about something and wasn't quite sure how I should pray. Should I pray for the healing of this person that I care about who is sick, or should I just pray that He would take them in grace to be with Him in paradise, which is what this person has requested? And I didn't know how to pray. I'm much more commonly praying for healing than praying for someone to pass in grace. But as I sought God, and it took a while, it dawned on me that um, to trust God for healing is a wonderful thing, but to trust God to take your loved one in grace to paradise is also a wonderful thing. Either way, you're trusting Him to do what's best. And once I surrendered that to Him and I stopped praying for healing and I just started asking Him to take them to be with Him in paradise, this huge load lifted off my shoulders. And I felt like there was a change in my heart, a change in my attitude, and I just felt at peace about everything. So, if you're waiting on God to show you something or tell you something or explain something to you that you don't understand, you're waiting on God for something that doesn't appear as if it's coming, keep this in mind. The goal here is not to manipulate God into doing something you want Him to do, or to grow impatient with Him and demand that He hurry up and answer your prayer. But the key here is to trust Him. And no matter what happens, that I trust you. And whether they live, I trust you. Whether they pass, I'll trust you. Whether you answer me quickly or whether you make me wait a while, I still trust you for everything and anything in my life. And I tell you what, that'll bring such peace to your heart, such a relief to you to know that I don't have to bear this burden. I've given it to God. He's given me His peace in return. And whatever the outcome is, we're going to be okay. We're going to be okay. Just like Bob Marley sang, Three Little Birds. Everything's going to be all right. Love that little song. Not necessarily spiritual, but it's got a spiritual meaning to it. Everything is going to be all right. But we've got to walk by faith and not by sight and trust our unseen Lord to take care of the things we do see. That's some sacred wisdom just for you, and I hope it blessed your heart. God bless you.